Hello everybody out there in the music community. This is Micro Soldier 777 here. I figured I'd show you a quick video of albums that I have that was released in 1993. And as many of you recalled, 1993 was a height of the alternative grunge movement, or the so-called grunge and alternative movement, in at least North America. But as you may know, in other regions of the world, grunge was popular like Europe and the South Pacific, like Japan, North Korea, and Singapore. But there's other genres that was popular as well, like the classic arena rock, hard rock, and metal. So, but of course, in North America, grunge took over the airwaves on radio and the top 40 rock charts. So I'm going to show the Christian-oriented albums I have that was released in 1993. Now, this is in no way a ranking. I got 12 albums to show you, but 10 of them I'm going to show them in the order that I have in my collection, and some thoughts and that kind of thing about each one. Before I get to those 10 core albums, I'm going to show two sort of honorable mentions. One is a band, Impellitteri. It's an EP put out in 1993. Of course, you got Rob Rock on vocals. Of course, Chris Impellitteri on guitars. And I forget who the drummer is, but it got what's his name? Hold on a second, let me pop the thing open and find out. This is also a Japanese pressing as well of the album. I got to pop out the lyric sheet, so I'm just giving the proper credit. Chris Impellitteri on guitar, Rob Rock on vocals, James Metal-Pooley on bass. That's their longtime bass player, and Mark Bestany on drums. That's who play on the EP. It's got Victim of the System, Virtual Prison, Glory, Cross the Bear, and Young and Ruthless. Also, Ken Tamplin does some of the backup vocals on this album as well. There you have it. Impellitteri Victim of the System EP came out in 1993. There you have it. So I figured I'd mention that quality release. Now this album was put out in the middle of when he put out Grin and Bear It, and the next one, Answer the Master. This came in between those two albums. There you have it. Next one is a compilation album. The reason why I show this one is because, in my opinion, this is an important compilation album because this band, I guess they put this album to fill the contract with the label Star Song. So here's White Cross, To Limited Best of White Cross. It's a compilation album. It's got two really good songs, It's My Life and You're My Lord. As you may know, the one came out before this, 92, High Gear, was the last full-length album that Rex Carroll played guitar on the album. Then he put out this one, which he played guitar on this one as well in 93. And then he went and formed the band King James, and they put a self-titled album in 1994. And White Cross then put an album Unveiled with Barry Grohl on guitars. And Unveiled is a pretty decent album, but after that, they kind of went downhill. We put Equilibrium and Flytrap. To me, these albums weren't as good as the ones preceding those albums. But I figure I mentioned this compilation album as it's an important compilation album. Now, fortunately, White Cross, Rex Carroll's back in White Cross with a different lead singer, and the bass player that he has in the band King James, and also with Mike Fiend on drums. Mike Fiend's also played drums on King James, and they're back with a different lead singer. So they have a 3-song EP, which I haven't gotten yet, but I think that those songs are going to be on the next full-length album coming out soon that they're recording. So hopefully now that will come out soon. So I'm looking forward to hearing that album. Anyway, with all that said, this is White Cross, To Limit Best of White Cross, with two great songs. There you have it. The other songs that mentioned on this album as well is Enough is Enough from the first album. In the King, which is the title track to the In the Kingdom album, which was a great song. No Second Chances was also on In the Kingdom. When the Walls Tumble Down, which is off their second album, Hammer and Nail. In America, which is off of High Gear. Shakedown, which is from Trump Return. Walk With Me, which is from Hammer and Nail. Because of Jesus is from Hammer and Nail. And Dance in Heaven, which is from High Gear. And Simple Man, which is from Trump Return. There's a lot of good songs in this compilation album. I highly recommend you guys pick this up if you don't have it. There you have it. I mean, if you want to buy all the White Cross albums, and from the first 5 albums, I just want to get the greatest hits. This is the one to pick up, in my opinion. There you have it. All right, let's get to the actual core of my presentation. Let's get right to it. So the first one I have in 1993 is the band Whiteheart with Hollands. This is a good album. This came out in 1993, which is of course what my video is about, 1993. And the first 3 songs are hard hitters. You Can See the World From Here, Nothing But the Best, and Heaven of My Heart, which is more of a slow rocker power ballad. But those three albums those 3 songs are really good. What else can I have to say? Let My People Go is a good song. Flame Past Sound is also a good song as well. So Whiteheart Hollands came out in 1993 is a good album. Next up we have one of my favorite bands, Petra, with Wake Up Call. This is another good album. Even though this does have 3 or 4 ballads on there, the rockers a lot of rockers are really good. The highlights are Midnight Oil, Good News, He's In My Shoe, which is like a bluesy ballad, power ballad kind of song. Praying Man is a good song. Underneath the Blood, Sleeping Giant, and Just Reach Out. They're the highlights of this album. Overall, it's a pretty good album. Maybe not as heavy as Unseen Power, one before that one, or Beyond Belief or On Fire, but still it's got some good songs. Next up we have Scott Springer with Hello Forever. This is more of a moderate rock adult contemporary album, but still it's a good album. Scott Springer was the lead singer of the band Halo. They put out 2 albums, self-titled album and Heaven Calling. So it was a good album. This is the only solo album he got under his name. I believe one of the other band members from Halo contributed to this album. I think it was a drummer. After this point, I believe he wanted to become a pastor at a church. Maybe, I think it's in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, or in Georgia. I can't remember. But this is a good album. A lot of good songs. Hello Forever is a good song. The Victory, His Name Is Jesus, and are 3 good songs in this one. I'd like for him to come out with another good album, if he ever got around doing that. So anyway, Scott Springer, Hello Forever, in 1993. Here's another favorite band of mine, Rez, with Reach of Love. The good album. I mean, just every album Rez puts out is a good album. Heart's Desire, If Love Grows Cold, Numbers is a good tune. Dead to the World, Dying Bad. That's a few of the good songs of this album. Rez, Reach of Love came out in 1993. Next up we have Guardian with Miracle Mile, which came out in 1993. This came out around, I remember buying this around April of 93, I believe, when it came out. But it's a good song. The only downfall with this song, it has 4 acoustic ballads. 3 of them are okay. I do like the Captain's got that galloping acoustic riff, but if they were to probably trim off 1 or 2 ballads, I think it would have been a better album. But the rockers are good. Dr. Jones, Kings of Rhythm, Shoes on Johnny. I think that was a hit. That was a hit back in the day when the album came out. That was on. That was promoted as a video. There's a video on that one. Shoes on Johnny, good tune. What else? Let It Roll is a good song. Mr. Do Wrong, Curse to Kill a Cat, Sits Your Wisdom, The Captain. They're all good songs of this album. So it's Guardian Miracle Mile, came out in 1993. Next up we have the first album from this band, but the second album for the band total because they're under a different band name. This is Fear Not. Their self-titled album came out in 1993. They originally put an album out called Love Life, Goodbye Lady Jane, 91. And they changed the name of this album to Fear Not. The good album. This is more, if you like Slaughter, Skid Row, kind of like got that bluesy hard rock, not a little bit like AC/DC, you'll definitely like this one. Every album this one's good. Give It Up, Give It God. I think my favorite song is Suicide Sunshine. It's a great, more darker song, but it's a good song. There you have it, Fear Not. There's another bluesy album that I have in my collection, and this is more of a recent addition. I got a couple years ago, and I only heard it a few times, so it might take me a bit more longer to get acquainted more with the album. but it's a pretty good album. This is called Die Happy Volume 2. It's got 9 tracks. Most of them are pretty bluesy hard rockers. My favorite song, I think, is Justified. Great tune, great album as well. And also got what's his name, Robin Calabazar, of course, on vocals, but it got Greg Chazon on bass, which is from Badlands. So if you like Badlands, Red Sea, a little bit of that bluesy hard rock, a bit like that, like a Cinderella type vibe, you'll definitely like this album. This is on Commit Rocks Records. This is Die Happy Volume 2, Commit 93. Great album. Next up, we have a powerhouse vocalist, and his name is Ken Tamplin, with Tamplin, came in 1993. Great album. I remember buying this back in 93 in a big write-up on Heaven's Metal magazine about the album back in the day, and he really goes into depth about each song and how he carefully crafted each song on the album. Most of the songs on the album is pretty good. It's probably one of the best ones. Only the detractor from this album, for me, one of the main ones, is he uses his own vocals, gang vocals. They're stacked up even when he sings the songs and the choruses. He gang stacks his vocals. I think if he would have sang just one vocal line on the verses and maybe have gang vocals with him and other people on the choruses, I think it would have been a better album. But other than that, it's a good album. I'll probably rank this probably 7 or 8 out of 10. Tamplin, 1993 under Benson Records. There you have it. Next up, we have Magdalene, Revolution Mind. And this is not really a hard rocker. There's more of a rock album, little bits of hard rock in it, but mostly a rock album. It's a bluesy southern rock album as well, compare it to. Now, the name Magdalene is spelled this way. Now, Ken Tamplin and Cordola did a first album underneath Magdalene, Magdallan, under Intense Records. They parted ways, and this album, he recruited Phil Brandwell, I think his name is. Yeah, Phil Bardwell on vocals. And also got Quiet Riot bassist Chuck Wright on bass, which he also played on the Impaled Theory Stand Line album as well. They got Chuck Wright from Quiet Riot on bass, because him and Ken were good buddies. And also got Ken Mary on drums. Ken Mary was also in Impaled Theory as well, and also Alice Cooper. So this is more of an all-star lineup for this album. Magdalene, Revolution Mind, came in 1993. The last one we have is I believe the 6th album. 6, is it? 9, yeah, 6. 8, 9, 9, 1, 8, 2, 9, 3. No, 5th album from Deliverance. It's called Learn. There you have it. There you have it. Now, this may not be their best album from Deliverance, but it's got a lot of good songs. 1990 is a good song. Desperate Cries, and they do a pretty cool, The Rain's a good song. They do a pretty cool Daniel Amos cover called Sanctuary. Now, I'm not entirely familiar with Daniel Amos, but I heard both the original version of Sanctuary and this version, and both versions are good. And I believe Terry Taylor does the production work on this album and a couple of the other Deliverance albums, because Terry Taylor is also in the band, Daniel Amos as well. But this is a 10-song album. Not their best album. I think the best album to me is their first 4 albums, but this is also a good album as well. We've got some good songs. I'll probably rank this about 6 or 7 out of 10 if I were to rank this album. So this is Deliverance Learn, came in 1993. There you have it, folks. That's my albums I have from 1993. I hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts. And I'd like to get more subscribers, like 114 right now. So if you like this album, please hit that like button and subscribe. And I know I get a lot of people watching my videos. Sometimes occasionally we'll get up past more than 100 views, and so I know that some people aren't hitting that like and subscribe button. So I hope you do get me more subscriptions. Anyway, all the best. Have a great day. Keep rocking. Bye now.